Good morning, everyone. How you doing today? Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. I'm here with my co-host, Happy. Happy, that's a good yawn. As you can see, she's a little tired, so I'm going to put her down. Okay, Happy, go to sleep. All right, folks, a couple of quick announcements. Yesterday, I put out a video that had been thinking about for a while, really trying to turn the conversation from income to discretionary income. If you've ever seen my course, Get Your Money Right, that is one of the key ideas. I think we need to stop thinking about gross. We need to stop thinking about price tags. And we need to convert more and more things to time. In the example yesterday, it was a live stream, took out a piece of paper. I did a fictitious $60,000 a year job. And after we subtract taxes, housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and other debt, I was left with $200 in this example. And what that really means is I don't make 60 grand a year. I make $1.20. Because again, folks, the rat race is real. Our financial education, our education system is broken. In my example, I ask you to go back and look at, and again, get a piece of paper. Do this yourself. Because again, in my example, I didn't make $60,000. I made $2,400 yearly, which when you divide by 2,000, or more accurately, 2,080 hours, which are the hours in a full-time week, I made $1.20. Folks, when you live that close to the edge, it's obvious why everybody is financially stressed out. You can't save. If you're making $1.20 an hour, it's hopeless. It certainly feels that way. But again, we have the ability to make choices. In my example, I could reduce housing costs. I probably could have reduced my transportation. There are always options, but until you recognize where you are, you can't change. So again, go watch that video. It's a live stream. Get a piece of paper ready because it will be eye-opening. And thank you so much. A couple of you did what I asked for, and you put down your discretionary hours in the comments. I think I remember one at $14 and another one at $16. Because once you were there, you can say, okay, for example, if it was $20 and you needed to buy a $100 item, that's 5 hours of your future. Is that item worth 5 hours of your future? When you think about time, you spend less money because you're spending future time. So please go do that exercise. It's a lot of fun. And again, I want to remind you, you got 4 months left in the year. A lot of you have been talking about real estate investing, but you have done very little. If you want a course that outlines how to get started, how to get a buy box, how to have daily focus, you want to join a private Facebook group that has Dion, Matt the Mortgage Guy, Anna Kelly, Jonathan Twomley. Buy the course, join the group. It's going to take you some time, right? If you want to change your future with real estate investing, you're going to have to buy the course. You're going to have to do the work for at least 60 days, maybe 90 days. So if you want to make next year different, now's the time to get it so next year is different. And a couple of you just yesterday bought the mentoring option. Again, when you buy the mentoring option, you get 30 minutes of one-on-one time with me. If that's what you would like, I suggest doing the course at least a while and then let it set up the conversation so I can answer any and all questions. So lots of great stuff going on. So as for the daily financial news, a couple of things caught my attention. First and foremost, I didn't realize this. Maybe you did, because again, I don't look at the stock market a lot. But when you look at the S&P 500, it has had 54, yes, folks, 54 record closes. If you are invested in the stock market, you are having a really good year, and congratulations. 54 days. I mean, how many trading days have we had, right? Let's think. 8 full months, 5 times 4 is 20. So we've had 160 or so trading days. A third of them have been records. I didn't bother looking it up, but that's got to be abnormal. But wow, pretty cool. Next up, unemployment claims. It is Thursday, and once again, we set a record low for unemployment claims. They came in at 340. This is a record since March. Yep, March of 2020. We are trending in the right direction. With the unemployment Goose Up turning off next week, we could actually have a noisy number. Because if you're not aware, U3 will report people looking for work. So a lot of people who've been getting this goosed up $300 a week have not been looking, so they've not been counted. I'm really interested to see if next week, but probably the week after, if this number actually goes up. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to look at. I don't know if you saw this, but it looks like New York, yes, New York, the state of New York has extended the eviction moratorium till January 15th. Yes, the CDC national eviction moratorium is unconstitutional, but that doesn't stop states from doing their thing. I fully expect and hope New York landlords sue. Kind of the same deal, right? You have you have a state constitution. I haven't read New York's, but in California's there are clauses about contracts, which leases are contracts. I don't know why they think this is okay, but hopefully they get sued and hopefully they pay a huge monster fine. Maybe class action lawsuit with New York landlords or something. Tomorrow, or no, what is today? Today's Thursday? What is today? I have no idea. Yeah, today's Thursday. So tomorrow's the big day. We did this, I think, on Sunday, but let's do it again right now. We are expecting, or at least the number is 720,000 jobs added in the month of August. Do you take the over or the under? And if you want to have some fun, take a wild ass guess. Guess what you think the job creation number will be. I want to know where people are at. Leave comments below. Let's have some fun. And if anybody gets the number right, I will mail you an autographed book. Let's have some fun. I'll mail you a book. Rental assistance is still atrocious. 12% of the money is out. I don't know what is taking them so long. We have had claims in for rental assistance for like 65 or 66 days, and tenants are not cooperating. Tenants are not cooperating. So for all of those people saying, woe is tenants, I've asked for assistance for tenants, but when tenants don't cooperate, what can we do? Yeah, it's not good. American Eagle, another mall-based retailer, actually reported, and actually they did not perform well. As we saw earlier, a couple weeks ago, the Gap Express blew it out. Looks like American Eagle missed. They missed on revenue, so that would be top line. They did hit bottom line, but that's, I was in accounting. That could be a managed number. But they basically said sales were slower or soft than last year, which is not good because we were in full lockdown mode last year. So not sure what's going on in American Eagle, but you got a mall-based retailer that is not doing well. Kind of the big headline of the day that came across my radar is the Bond King. The Bond King, yes, Bill Gross. Bill Gross was one of those Wall Street guys for a decade or so, running the largest bond fund, and he came out full bore today. I don't believe he actively manages money anymore. I think he's been retired for a couple of years, probably a long time actually. But he's the Bond King. I think he earned that title. He says treasuries are garbage. They are trash. Anybody who is buying them today is guaranteed to lose money. This is Bill Gross, the Bond King. It's hard to argue, right? The 10-year is at what, 1.28, something like that. He's like, they go to 2%, you've locked in a big loss. So again, Bill Gross, not very happy with treasuries. And again, that's interesting because that's where he made his name. He made his name trading treasuries. So for him to come out with a, full shotgun mode is interesting to see. GM is cutting production again pretty substantially. Folks, this chip shortage is real. It is not getting better. GM is forced to cut manufacturing again. If it's happening to GM, it's happening elsewhere. Again, one of the things that as I look back at the 1940s and 1970s for inflation, because I think it's going to be a decade problem, this transitory thing is a joke in my opinion, is in the 40s, we built a lot of stuff. We were the manufacturing place for the world after, destruction of war. And, if we chose to, if we chose to put the right incentives in place, we could build lots of manufacturing, not only chip fabs, which I think Intel has done in Arizona or Tesla is building in Texas. We can actually manufacture lots and lots of stuff, but it has to be led by our government incenting that behavior. And I have not heard anything about that, but maybe it's inside the 3.5 trillion that we keep hearing about, but I haven't heard about that. Consumer sentiment is something we need to watch. It did take the largest drop on record last month. It's again, we talked about it last week, the day it came out. It's now being picked up by the broader media, Wall Street Journal and Barron's. These folks must be watching our channel because we talk about them and then 3-4 days later, articles come out. We need to figure out, is consumer behavior just feeling, because again, the media is so negative, the media, or is it actually changing behavior? It is fully possible that consumer behavior, they catch them on a bad day and they just feel negative. But then they still go to the mall, they still buy stuff at the Gap, they still do these things. So we shall see. One thing that we are seeing clearly, and again, I called this, I'm on a pretty good run lately. TSA is saying that there's noticeable drop in passengers. Again, I said cruise lines and airlines likely to feel the brunt of this Delta thing. And yep, nailed that one as well. Rent inflation is just getting started. This was picked up by Barron's. We, again, on this channel have talked about this for a month. House prices go first, rent goes second. Rent for houses is up nationally 11% and just getting started, in my opinion. Looks like CNBC did a full court press on, is real estate in a bubble or is it in a boom? Basically, where they came out is we don't have bubble-like behavior, right? There's not the adjustable rate mortgages. There's not bad lending. There's not tons of gambling going on. We have an affordability prices, sure. But given low rates, housing is actually more affordable today than most years. Again, I've done the math for you over 50 years. Even today, with the low rates and the nutty prices, housing is more affordable today than 41 years of the last 50. Crazy to think about. We obviously have a supply problem. We've gone from 1 million to 1.3, but we need 3 million, so clearly still a supply problem. We have created increased demand with this health crisis. Space is good. Millennials are aging into buying. Frankly, the economy is getting stronger. Look at the nearly 1 million jobs created in July. And banks, this is a big one that many people don't realize, especially the younger YouTubers. Banks are actually working with homeowners, not kicking them out like last time. Banks had a year-long forbearance process. They did not have that last time. They just kicked everybody out. Again, I think banks are going to profit wildly from the forbearance, but the homeowner will not be kicked out like last time. And then the last thing I found for fun, looks like Burger King is launching a loyalty program nationwide. Any of you a fan of Burger King? When in doubt, I go to McDonald's. I just like the little cheap cheeseburgers. But anybody a Burger King fan? Maybe the Whopper, I think they have that there. But if you are, good news, they're going to have a loyalty program that rewards you for returning. So lots of good stuff going on today. We actually have the Three Amigos at 8 o'clock. As you know, Dion is traveling. We are arranging time to make sure we can still do the Three Amigos on Thursdays. So look forward to that. And you have a wonderful day. Remember, go listen to that discretionary income video from last night. Do the exercise. Let me know what's going on. Bye.